Some guys just be predicting anything. With how the developers have been promoting the 8th anniversary as unpredictable, a lot of people have taken that as an opportunity to just say anything is going to drop for the 8th anniversary. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of fun. And if any of you guys stick the landing with your ridiculous predictions, I'm switching up frame 1. If any of you guys have predicted anything in this video, it's not any hate, it's just all fun. But we do have to be real. Some of you guys are using the word unpredictable as a synonym for infinite possibilities. And that is just not the case. But maybe you guys might be right. Let's get into some of these crazy ones. Now, this one here has been frying me, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I said earlier, if this somehow sticks, I'm switching up frame 1. Gulax here made this post. More and more, I think there's something behind all this. These two emojis are also frying me, but we're not going to talk about that. So the concept here is a god Gogeta, right, transforming into Gogeta Blue, and then for a set amount of time he can go Ultra Instinct. Yes, you heard that correctly and seen it with your own eyes. Ultra Instinct Gogeta could possibly be dropping for the anniversary, 8th anniversary part 1. And here are all the hints, you know, the God Goku Zenkai, the Vegeta in blue, and then the featured UIs, right? And of course, he just typing. Because what do you mean? What do you actually mean, bro? Like, we're getting an Ultra Instinct Gogeta. But I'm not gonna lie. Woke up yesterday, Wednesday the 13th of May, 2026. I seen the update. I said, maybe he does know a thing or two. Maybe he knows something that we don't know. Because what do you mean? What do you mean I wake up, yeah, after dunking on this literally like the day before, and then I see rainbow stars in my game? What? You know, it's giving very Ultra Instinct. You know, it's pushing the Ultra Instinct aura. And I was thinking, oh man, maybe he's cooking something. And then they didn't drop this yet, but you know, this was put out. Premiere of special recorded performance by an incredible artist. Now, like was mentioned, if we get that Blizzard performance, we know we're getting Dragon Ball Super Broly. But it has to be unpredictable. So are they just gonna drop a Gogeta and Broly? How are they gonna mix it up? Maybe he does know a thing or two, because I'm not gonna lie. Boy, that Blizzard performance is looking very probable right now. These rainbow stars had me doubting how ridiculous Ultra Instinct Gogeta could be. It's still ridiculous, don't get twisted. But now I'm like, you know, I'm in between ways about it. But hey, I guess we'll have to see. But yeah, I had to drop this one first, man. No hate, like I said before. But hey, if this drops or sticks somehow, I'm switching up effective immediately. I was there day 1 supporting this. Facts. Alright, so for this next one, since it was subtly mentioned, right, we're gonna have to go with God Gogeta and God Vegito. Now, this isn't as ridiculous as the first one. Like, the first one is a huge jump from this, because I think a lot of people do think it's reasonable for them to drop a game originals, and the God form is actually probable. Like, they literally have blue. Goku and Vegeta use Super Saiyan God. It's not exclusive to just one of them, so if they fused, it should make sense that they can use it. And it's really not that much different, at least in the anime. In the manga, there's a huge difference from Super Saiyan Blue. It's going to be mostly just looks wise, and how they use it in game, it won't really differ from the animations we've seen from when they use Super Saiyan Blue, so Vegito Blue, Gogeta Blue, or Super Saiyan form, so Super Vegito and Super Gogeta. We can even talk about Super Saiyan 4 a little. Gogeta has that in a main series, Vegito doesn't. It does technically exist, but you know, this one isn't ridiculous. It would pretty much just be more aesthetic than anything else. I think the Super Saiyan God form is way more appealing, and I mean way more appealing than Super Saiyan Blue, and I don't think it's a hot take by any means. I think most people would agree with that. And it's not specifically just the hair color, you know. It's a red and blue night and day difference. You could have your preference, but I think it's the aura that makes it feel a lot more special and unique, especially in comparison to blue that doesn't have much extra aura. So like, you get the pink reddish hair, right? That's one aspect of it. Their eye color changes, their eyebrows changes, cool. But then you get the yellow and red aura behind them in addition. I think that's what really makes Super Saiyan God feel greater than Super Saiyan Blue, and that would appeal more as a unique unit we could get for the 8th anniversary. Even if we just look at Super Saiyan God Goku, right? You see the aura, man, the fiery burst. You don't really get this in, let me not say you don't get this, but it just feels better in Super Saiyan God than the other transformations. I think it's the color contrast. It's for a similar reason why a lot of people like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and his aura. He has like the red hair, but like the yellow and the sparkles on the outside really add that bit more to make it feel good. Do you know what I'm saying? So if they were to drop these two guys, or even just one of them, it doesn't really matter which one, and they just put them in Super Saiyan God, I think that would appeal to a lot of people. But at the same time, we shouldn't disregard the fact that it is kind of ridiculous. Like, if I had to put it one way, I'd put it in the ridiculous pile over the reasonable pile, but it is unpredictable, so we're putting it out there regardless. Obviously a huge jump from UI Gogeta, but still ridiculous nonetheless. But possible is something that we should put out for all of these. Technically they're all possible. Now, as a result of the Xenoverse 2 collab that we got, people have been throwing out literally anything, and this doesn't even exist, but people really feel like the developers are gonna come up with their own pure transformation, and it's not impossible. It's not impossible. We have original character designs in Dragon Ball Legends: Shallot, Giblet, Zaha, Chalet, the fusion. I say it like that because you won't be able to hear the difference because of my British accent. But you know, one thing that a lot of people really wanted in Daima was for there to be a fusion. Now, I've spoke about this before, right? And because, you know, the Kais, like Shin, they're from the Demon World originally. Their race, I forgot what their race is called. Flip's sake. Glins, that's it. Glins, they're originally from the Demon Realm, and in the Demon Realm we have the fusion bugs, and the fusion bugs, they have a similar sparkle to the Patara earrings that the Kais wear. As a result, it would make sense if they used the fusion bugs to fuse, they would end up as Vegito just without the earrings. That's what I would think. That's a theory, it's not something confirmed. So if we did get fusions in Daima, it's reasonable to presume that we would get Vegito and not Gogeta because of the fusion type. And if we did get a fusion, it would be obviously Super Saiyan 4 because Goku can use that. They're not even gonna upscale Vegito. If they do, they do. Right, it might happen in like a later movie if they go back to Daima. I don't think they will, but we'll see. Some people are predicting that we're going to get Daima for the part 1 of the 8th anniversary, and that's not ridiculous. But if it's just Daima, it's not unpredictable. We're most likely just gonna get a Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Goma. That makes so much sense. But if they threw a curveball, a unique Super Saiyan 4 Vegito design in Dragon Ball Legends would go berserk. Unpredictable, an infinite possibility. Realistic? No way! It's not realistic. It's a crazy theory. But this looks good. You cannot tell me this doesn't look good. The Super Saiyan 4 hair coming through, the 2 bangs, the earrings, again, it wouldn't be the earrings because it's fusion bugs, but the blue pants contrasting would be amazing. And you know, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Goku Daima, let me type in aura, you know, so we can see his aura. The yellow aura, which is what it would probably be. They could give him red aura. I think the yellow would make more sense because we got that with Goku. Would just hit like crack times 10. It would just hit. And I think if it dropped, definitely unpredictable, but likely, hell nah, hell nah. But you know, because of Xenoverse 2 collab, guys are reaching for the stars now. We can just reach to the sky and anything can drop apparently. So I guess we'll have to see. Maybe it's more realistic than meets the eye. Maybe. But nonetheless, yeah, this custom design is amazing. In my opinion anyways. Let me know what you guys think. Should also just put in that boat Zeno Vegito. I've seen a lot of people actually put this out. There's that concept that we always have to get a Vegito for the anniversary. Last year in the 7th anniversary we didn't get one, but for the buzzer beater, you know, they give us a free Ultra Super Vegito. If you get to the end of the rotation, you get a free copy. That's outrageous. So Vegito still somehow stole the show, and he was actually super comp. Like, he was very good. So we have to get a Vegito in some way, shape or form. Some people really believe in that regardless. We have to. And Zeno Vegito, Dragon Ball Superheroes, it's something we could get. Again, because of the Xenoverse 2 aspect, I've seen people putting this out there and I'm thinking, woo! Yeah, man. Again, unpredictable doesn't just mean infinite possibilities. It just means we're not going to be able to guess. But you know, it still should be within the realms of realism. Again, this is technically possible, but is it probably going to happen? Hell nah. That's not happening, man. I don't think this is happening. If this happens, again, I'm switching up. I was predicting it since day one. It's not happening though. This one will throw people off. Gohan Black. This is someone that's been brought up a lot. The beast form, let's just put the prize in the bag completely, right, with that. But let's talk about Gohan Black as a base, right? So let me even like remove that so we can actually get to it. This is a what if timeline from Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. If you've never played the game Sparking Zero, there's alternate timelines in the story mode, and in this timeline, instead of Zamasu taking Goku's body, he takes Gohan's body, and we get Gohan Black. And if we're looking at it, we know that Goku Black, he gets the Rose form, but if it was Gohan, he'd be able to get the Beast form. Now, like I said, just put the Beast form in the bag. Infinite possibilities here. Just because it's unpredictable doesn't mean we're just gonna get it. It could be anything. But Gohan Black, I think is reasonable. Do I think it's likely? No. But I do think because we got a Xenoverse collab, we could potentially get another Sparking Zero collab. We gave them Shallot, but we haven't got anything anything from them. So Gohan Black, with the fact that we got Future recently with the Xenoverse 2 collab, we got the Vegeta buff, you know, we got God Vegeta as well, and Trunks. We might need extra Future buffs. This could be a nice game originals in the part 2 potentially, and on top, well, they won't make a game original though, it'll just be a Sparking Zero tag, but you know, he'll be Future for sure, and that would be hitting. I think this is more unrealistic though regardless, and crazy at the top of it, but it's possible. It's possible, you know. I think people would actually predict this on a serious level, maybe not for part 1, but definitely for part 2. So I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, I feel like as we go further down this video, they become more and more realistic. But in reality, if we take them out the vacuum of this video, they're all crazy predictions nonetheless. Realistically, like looking at it, do you guys really think we're gonna get a Gohan Black for part 1? Part 2, maybe if they want to push out a game originals, but realistically for part 1, hell nah, man. Again, if this drops, I'm switching out. I was here first. Now, the last one for the video is the fusion between Shallot and Giblet. Now, I don't think this is unrealistic or crazy in the slightest. What I do think is unrealistic and crazy is that you think they'd make this character summonable. I don't think they would make you pay for anything in Dragon Ball Legends that's an original in the story. So Shallot, Giblet, Chalet, Zaha, any of those guys, anybody in the original story of the Dragon Ball Legends shouldn't be something you should summon for. I think if they drop this guy in any capacity where you could play him in ranked PvP, we would have access to him for free by playing the story mode or completing a set of missions or something like that. They wouldn't make you summon for this guy. That's what I think is ridiculous. Do I think it's likely this guy drops? Yes, actually. I think this is more realistic as something we would get for the 8th anniversary. But do I think they would make us summon for this guy? I think that is like a never happening thing. That's where the unpredictable aspect is. This is not going to be a headliner for the celebration. It will be something that drops alongside the celebration, so we wouldn't be paying for it with CC. You wouldn't have to go pay to win for this. You literally just play the story, probably complete the story. You get this character as like a prize, like similar how we unlock the Hero Shallot, then you get the Sparking Shallot, and we also have the extra characters like the Giblet that we have, and we might even get extra transformations for those guys. Like we know we have the Dark, I don't even know what they call it. It's like the Dark Energy Giblet. We could get that as well and things like that. But would they make you summon for those guys? No. That's all I wanted to say when I'm mentioning this guy. I know it's kind of like off topic for what the video's topic is. I don't think this guy's unrealistic as a release for the 8th anniversary. I just think he will definitely be free to play and you grind him through playing the game. That also kind of makes me feel like they're not going to make him good, which is a very downside about this character because he's very, very well designed, man. I always talk about him all the time. I really feel like if he was in the main story somehow, he'll be a fan favorite. His design is probably the coolest. If you take out the bias, it's a fusion of every aspect of Dragon Ball that we like. He's got the scar, which like Bardock has, people really like that. The tail, we like that in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He's got the 2 bangs, which is like Vegeto's thing, but then he also has the vest, which is obviously Gogeta's thing. It's putting all these aspects together of Dragon Ball characters that we like into one, and that's what makes it really, really good. This is also a reason I don't think we'll get the Super Saiyan God Gogeta Vegeto, because if they drop this guy as something for the story, since we're heading towards the climax of it, this guy has the aura that we're looking for. He also has a green attack, which is Broly as well. So like so much going on here with this fusion character Shallot. But yeah, just the final part of this video I wanted to mention, another aspect of unpredictable doesn't mean just impossible, infinite possibility, but I do think this guy's likely just won't be something we summon for, so he's technically not going to be a headliner. You know, at the end of the day, realistically speaking, I'm all down for every prediction. Fun predictions are the best predictions. I feel like anything that sparks a conversation, that brings people together, obviously don't be toxic about it, is great. They want that. They want people discussing, they want people interacting. This is why they're promoting it in a way where they're saying it's unpredictable. Like I said before, they're saying you're not him, you can't guess, so try your best because we're gonna make this good. And that's bringing hype up for this celebration, making all of us feel great, makes our moods towards the celebration feel more up than it could ever be. And I think that's something that is phenomenal. They should keep doing this when it comes to celebrations. It can't market everything as unpredictable, but they should come up with some strategic way to mess with our brains so that we go out of our way to do the most. Because at the end of the day, we're gonna predict, but kind of egging us onto, oh, that's nice. But hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you haven't already, make sure to press the subscribe button. We're on this grind to 200,000 subscribers. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one, man.